My peoples! Good morning and happy Tuesday! I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a video today. Yes, Jay Wellington Wimpy, though I kind of changed that up a little bit. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, you don't know what I'm talking about, and it's all good. It's papaziti again, by the way. God, I keep like messing up my intro, kind of. Should I start over? No, we're going to power through this. 6v6 hijacked shotgun. This gun is just, I don't know. Is it noobish? I think it might be a little on the side of noobish, but it gets the job done, like right there, and there, and there. That's what I'm talking about, triple kill. And then boom. Aww. Aww. That's okay. That's alright. Spawning in the bottom of the boat. That's new, right? Triple kill, though. You gotta like that. And spoiler alert. Patience, and then, oh, dude, my eyes just lit up right there. Woo, back-to-back triple kills for your boy. The old man getting it done. Let's talk about, let's do a little follow-up on the video I did on Friday. Look, I'm not trying to yuck anybody's yum. If you like the Call of Duty franchise, you like the Call of Duty franchise, and I'm not here to tell you to not like it. But I think we can all agree on this. It could be a hell of a lot better, especially when you take into account the amount of money that this one franchise brings in for Activision in just like the first month before the game even launches. Just the pre-order sales are ridiculous. And so what I would hope that people would do in an effort to make this game better is to show your solidarity and show that you're not going to stand for a second-rate game that you end up paying, if you get all the DLC and stuff, well over $100 for by the time all's said and done. I just want this game to be better because it is fun. I do like the action of it. It's calling in the kill streaks and score streaks and all that stuff. It's a fun game when it works. And the sad fact of the matter is that it just doesn't work nearly as much as it should for a AAA rated game. It's I don't know. It's sad. It saddens me. I am sad, ZD. So I just wanted to follow up on that. Thank you guys so much for the comments in that last video. I always enjoy a spirited debate, and though it wasn't particularly spirited, and I tried to dolphin dive, and oh my goodness, I should die because of that. Yeah, I should. It wasn't really spirited. A lot of you guys were kind of in agreement with what I was saying. But I appreciate the comments nonetheless, and I just ask that you keep it up. Now, on to more pressing topics. Let's talk about Cuba, because I would love to go to Cuba. Obviously, I'm not Jay-Z or Beyonce. So I won't be going there anytime soon on a travel visa issued by the U.S. Treasury. For those of you that not really aware, maybe from outside the States, since the Cuban Missile Crisis, and even a little bit before then, there's been a trade embargo between the United States and Cuba that doesn't allow for any kind of, well, it used to be a lot stricter, but doesn't really allow for any kind of touristy type visits to the island. You have to apply for a special license from the Treasury Department, and it's supposed to be basically for it's called a people-to-people license, and you're supposed to go there and, get educated. It's for kind of social awareness and trying to kind of bring our countries a little bit closer together. Obama really loosened the requirements that it took to go there when he came into office back in 2008. And some people in Miami in particular are pretty fed up with the loosening of those travel restrictions in Cuba. I get it. If you were a Cuban American, or if you were Cuban back during when Castro came to power, not the Fidel, not his son, the original Castro, when he came into power and tried to stamp out any kind of democracy and was pretty brutal about it. A lot of people fled to the United States to get away from that. And then, he sided with Russia and threatened to park some nukes 50 miles off of our coast. And it's like, I think it's been long enough. Right? I'd like to go to Cuba. I think Cuba would be awesome. It's got some of the best beaches. It's got some of the best diving in the world, just because it hasn't been polluted with the ugly Americans for the last 50 years. And I'd like to go. So I think it's high time that we just really take a good hard look at this embargo. I mean, really, are we still holding a grudge for that? I mean, shit. Look at Japan. We dropped 2 nukes on them, and I could hop on a plane tomorrow. And how did that guy live through that? Sorcery. We dropped 2 nukes on them, and we can go to Japan. It's not like they're holding a grudge against that. I mean, shit. We kind of helped them out big time after we spanked them big time. But this grudge that we've got against Cuba, I think, is just kind of stupid. And plus, I like Cuban cigars. I don't really smoke a lot of cigars, but when I do, it's usually a Romeo y Juliet or a Monte Cristo, and they're yummy. Kids, you shouldn't smoke cigars or otherwise, especially those like Swisher Sweets and Philly Blunts and stuff. Though, if you're smoking Philly Blunts, it's not because of the tobacco in them. You know what I'm saying? So the Cuba thing, Jay-Z and Beyonce, they show up there for their 5-year wedding anniversary. According to a source familiar with the itinerary, they were granted a Treasury Department people-to-people visa to go there without getting in any trouble. If you go there illegally, you can get fined like $10,000 or no, $100,000 and do some jail time. But they had the proper licensing requirements, and they went. I mean, do I think that's the smoothest move? No, not really. It's kind of almost flaunting your inside access with the Obama administration, Beyonce, and that's kind of leaves a little bit of a bad taste in my mouth. You could go anywhere in the world, but you chose to go to Cuba. You had to know you were going to rub some people the wrong way, especially in Miami, who lived through that oppressive time. But it's interesting now. It's like it's easier to go from Cuba to the States than it is from the States to Cuba, because they've really, really loosened up and their policies regarding their citizens leaving and coming to the States. So I think it's time that we just be done with this whole being pissed off at Cuba thing. Let papaziti go there and do some snorkeling and do some scuba diving. Let papaziti get some nice cigars and go to the beaches and drink some Cuba Libres or some Capareñas or, I don't know, whatever else you want to drink. I do like cachaça, though that's not really Cuban per se. But anyway, guys, let me know in the comments below what you think. This is papaziti saying have a great Tuesday. 57 kills. Look at that. 40 drinking for a beast. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.